think this is working. um, Facebook is new and it's confusing me. This whole thing that's going on. I don't know if this is running or not, but I think it is. Anyway, I'm Andrea, and I'm here. I'm with the Wise Mind Project, and we are a beautiful, beautiful group of people that are working with schools in Fort Lauderdale to create programs that bring mindfulness into the schools and meditation and help these kids have a better understanding of how their mind works so that they don't have to be afraid of their feelings and that they don't have to be afraid of their experience. Isn't it beautiful to not be afraid of your experience, to know that your experience is passing and we're only experiencing it in one place? And once we get some clarity, we're going to have a better understanding of that experience. It just lightens the load. We don't have to suffer through life once we see that our entire experience is coming via thought in the moment. And I was just talking to a student of mine, a young girl. Well, now she's a senior in high school. But I had worked with her. I'd coached her a couple years ago, and then my husband and I do these workshops for teens called Shift Happens for Teens, and she had come to our teen weekend, and she's doing really well. This was a kid who her parents had gone through a divorce, and for about 3 years she was seeing a therapist and not seeing any progress. She was having a lot of anxiety, and she was dealing with an eating disorder and things like that. And I knew her mom. I had actually worked with her mom, done some coaching with her mom, and her mom said, would you be open to coaching my daughter? And it was the first time I'd actually ever coached a teen. I had written a curriculum for teens, so I'd worked with teens in a school setting, but I hadn't coached a teen one-on-one. And it was just a wonderful experience. And we worked together for maybe a month or two, and she just shifted. She just shifted. It was really amazing. And like I said, she's joined us on our weekends, and she's just a wonderful success story of seeing where your experience is coming from, and that we don't have to be afraid of our experience, because life is going to happen, but we don't have to suffer through life. I think that's been the biggest, well, that's definitely been the biggest change for me in understanding the principles that we teach of how the mind works, is that life still happens around me. I'm not Cinderella, and I'm not riding around on a white horse with a crown on my head, although that would be fun. But I no longer suffer through life. I don't suffer through the things that happen. And that's so freeing to know that we don't have to be at the mercy of the world or the mercy of our circumstances, that we are resilient. And in our conversation, I was expecting to hear how she was having a tough time because, look, she's a senior. She's not going to have prom. She's not going to have graduation. It's such a big time, a big social time for kids. And that was something that we had actually worked on when I did work with her. A lot of the things were some, dealing with your peers. But she was doing so well, and she still is doing really well. But her attitude just amazed me, because I've heard from a lot of parents that especially seniors are having a very hard time because of these big events that they won't get to experience. But she just blew my mind. She said, I really have this in perspective. She said, people are suffering, and, of course this is how we're going to handle it. And why am I going to be upset for a minute because I'm not going to have that big party? Yeah, that would have been really cool, but, in getting a grip on life, this is just a passing experience, and I'm going to go off to college, and I'm going to have amazing experiences in my life, so why would I let this take me down? And I was like, whoa, that is impressive. That is really impressive. It was really amazing. And she also said to me that that this is really cool. She has been working at Trader Joe's for quite some time, and she was telling me how she had such a cool dose of reality by working at Trader Joe's and seeing what was happening, because they're dealing with the public day in and day out. And I just want to give a shout out to Trader Joe's, because I was really blown away with when she told me this, is that Trader Joe's is not only gave all of their employees a temporary raise through this situation, they also gave all their employees a bonus through this situation, and they also increased their in-store discount. And I thought, wow, that is a company that's really looking out for their people, that really appreciates their people, that's really kind to their people. So I just wanted to mention that. What was really cool was that they've created a very family-like feel, and she appreciates that. So she was really able to appreciate the situation. You know, it's stressful. She's dealing with a lot of people when she's at work, and you know, there are people that are grateful that Trader Joe's is open, and then there are people that are cranky because we're all handling this differently, you know. But she had such a cool perspective, and I wanted to share that story because that's what we're bringing into the schools, is this understanding that life is going to happen around us, and we're going to get hit from all angles, and there's going to be tons of changes, and we can't control that, but we don't have to suffer through the changes. How cool is it to know that we don't have to be at the mercy of all of our thinking, of our chatter that's in our mind? These are, you know, the chattering teeth that represent all the chaos that goes in our minds, you know, when our minds are so busy and everything. Um, but we don't have to suffer through that. That's just a part of our humanness. It's how we work. But to know that we don't have to be at the mercy of that is so freeing. So I can't express enough the gratitude that I have for this beautiful group, in seeing how important it is to get this message to kids, for everyone really. But how cool is it to learn this? I mean, I just keep talking about this student of mine because, you know, she got to learn this early because her mom saw that what she was doing wasn't helping in the moment, and you know, let me look outside the box, let me try something new. And you know, we taught her the three principles that create the human experience, and she really had an aha moment, and it's just made such a huge change in her life. And that's what we're seeing with all these kids that we're working with, and the projects that we're doing in the schools. These kids are responding so beautifully. It's just amazing for them to know that there's peace within us no matter what's going on outside of us. There is peace within us, and we can weather any storm. You know, we are resilient because storms are going to happen. They're happening for all of us. And, you know, I'm noticing on Facebook there's people that are posting, you know, that they're staying home and they're cooking and they're spending time with their family and they're cleaning out their garages, and, you know, they're washing their dogs themselves rather than taking them to the groomer and things like that. And then there's people who are suffering through this, who don't know where their next paycheck is coming from. Um, we're all in the same situation. We're all having a very different experience of the situation. And even if our experience looks scary, we don't have to suffer through it. We can allow ourselves to feel that fear because it's just normal that we would feel that, and know that when our mind calms down, we might have we will have clarity, and we might get creative. I know my dear friend and colleague Laura, who I just saw, she put a comment, she's so cute. Um, you know, she's an author, and she's written the most amazing book called I Love You More. And what's so funny is I only met Laura maybe a year ago, but I had bought this book that she wrote for my daughter, and it was just one of those books that was very special to us. My daughter's 15 now, so it was a long time ago. And she is so creative. I don't think that she launched it. I saw she put a post up last night about that she was going to launch it, but she's an author and she's a speaker, and she goes to schools and she reads her books in many schools, and she does these incredible workshops for kids. And she came up with this idea of spreading this throughout the world virtually. So I can't explain it as well as she can. I know she'll be posting, and if you'll look in the Wise Mind Project, you'll be able to see more information about it. But I thought to myself, that's the creativity. You know, that's the creativity where she's not in front of people physically to read her book to children and to share her beautiful message. She came up with the most magnificent way. She created a game out of it to encourage all of us to look within, to look at the love that we are, what's at our essence, no matter what's going on. And I wanted to share that because talk about getting creative in a time of uncertainty, right? So I just want to acknowledge all of the beautiful people that are reaching out, just from their hearts, not asking for anything in return, just reaching out of the goodness of their hearts, and sharing messages of hope and messages of courage and messages of peace, even in very, very difficult times. And there's a lot of people, of course, the people that are in the medical field that are on the front line for us are just so incredible, and we're so grateful for them taking care of us, because that's what we need right now. So that's what I wanted to share today, and I just wanted to wish everyone well and lots of love to everyone. Now, this whole Facebook Live thing has this new thing going on, so it might take me a while to actually turn this off. But that's what I'm going to do. I hope this was just a fun, happy 10 minutes, and I hope that you're all having a beautiful day. And please hop onto our Facebook page, The Wise Mind Project, and throw some comments on there. Tell us what you'd like to know about. Tell us if there's anything specific that you'd like to hear more about or that we can share for you. Okay, I hope everyone is having a beautiful, beautiful day. And I am going to end this video. Much love to all of you.